I'm Raining Moon and this is Oak Moon Grove. I just wanted to play, this is a drone cedar flute. This is one of my most favorite things to do on a regular everyday basis is to create, to play music, to paint. I especially love playing this flute. I do not really often play for other people. I know I just played for you, but most often I play just to express myself, to create something beautiful, to make beautiful music. I also play the flute as an offering. I often will play outside, out in nature, and I will play for the birds and the trees, and just like I said, as an offering to give thanks. That is just one of my favorite things to do. I felt like just sharing with you a couple things that I really like to do, and also to an update for this channel. The second thing that I really very much enjoy doing on an everyday basis is tea ceremony. Tea ceremony is something that very much grounds you in the present moment. When you do tea ceremony, it's a very mindful way of making and drinking your tea. Instead of just kind of grabbing a coffee to go, you are really intentional and mindful about the whole process of making the tea. I very much used to be a coffee drinker, and I actually still do enjoy coffee and I like the taste of coffee, but I think for me personally, I was drinking it just way too much and it was actually causing problems for my health. So I switched to drinking tea, and although I do drink black teas like Earl Grey, and I especially do love Earl Grey, and green tea, matcha. The tea that I drink on a more regular everyday basis tends to be more of an herbal tea, a tisane, you could say. And so I do a lot of foraging of different weeds and plants out in my yard and out in the forest, and many of them I dry and turn into teas. I'll store them in a glass mason jar or an old glass food jar after I dry them, and use them for teas, for medicinal purposes or just for taste to enjoy. And this way I am part of the process also as well of picking the tea myself. Now, when you do tea ceremony, I will say that I most often do tea ceremony in the morning. That's really when I enjoy doing it, as part of like a morning routine. You are mindful of each step when it comes to pouring the water in the kettle, and you are giving thanks to the water and putting your intentions in the water. You can also use moon water. In order to do that, all you have to do is take a bowl and pour some spring water, some filtered water, and you could either place it outside if you do not have access to an outside space. You can place it on your windowsill on a full moon or when the moon is waxing, and allow that water to take in the energy of the moonlight. You can also do a crystalline fusion. I did a whole video about crystals and how to use them, and one way is to make a crystalline fusion by using a crystal like quartz or rose quartz, something like that, amethyst, citrine. Anything in the quartz family is safe to use. Be careful with what you use, what crystals you use to make a crystal infusion, because there are a lot of toxic crystals. But I would say anything in the quartz family is quite safe. Just make sure it's clean. And you place that in the water and you can leave that overnight. You can do that, leave it in the moon water, and it will also add the vibration of the crystal. Or you can even do an infusion, like an essence, like a flower essence, but you're doing a crystal essence. And you can do that in the morning sunlight for an hour or two, and then you can use that water. And so you're also putting your own positive intentions and wishes for the day into the water as you boil it. When you light the fire for your stove, you are sending gratitude and to the fire, that element, that passionate element that heats up the water for you. You're really appreciative of each step of creating the tea. I have a little tea set, and the cups are actually quite small, but that's quite all right. I will often make several small cups of tea just for myself. It's usually little 3 cups of tea. And while you are pouring the tea slowly and then drinking it mindfully, smelling it, feeling the warmth of the tea on your face, feeling that gratitude, it is really very much honoring the plant that you are ingesting in this tea. It is a special way to drink tea where you're giving thanks for the medicine of the tea, for its beauty, for its taste, for its essence, for everything. And it's a really beautiful way to start off the day. I know not everybody has time to do it, but if you have 20 minutes, it's a form of meditation in a way, and gratitude. So it's like adding 2 things in one, and you're getting the benefits of the tea. I will usually choose what herb I'm using for my tea based on the day, whether it's something that I need for medicinal, or, if it's, a more sedative type tea, an energizing type tea, a tea for cramps or pain, it's based off the day. So those are 2 things that I really like to do on a regular, everyday basis, and I thought I would share that with you. The next thing that I do want to talk to you about is this channel. When I first started making videos for this channel, I felt very vulnerable, because you hear some horror stories out there about people being harassed and all kinds of stuff online, and I was putting myself out there for everybody and just being very open with how I feel. And that can be a little scary sometimes, that you're afraid to be judged and have, really negative, nasty comments in your videos. But I found that truly was not the case, not for me anyway. And I am so grateful. I mean, I'm grateful to you. I have had just the most pleasant experience on making YouTube videos and sharing things with you guys and talking with you in comments, and I was getting lots of, thumbs up and support and things like that, and I'm just so grateful. Thank you very much to each one of you that has been supportive of me on this channel. It was something that I felt Spirit calling me to do, and sometimes Spirit calls us to do things that aren't necessarily that easy to do, but it's usually ever more the reason why you should do it. And I encourage you to take the time to listen to Spirit, and what Spirit is telling you. Because if you, in the future, look back on your life and you have all these regrets, oh, I wish I would have done this, and I wish I would have tried that, or at least tried. I mean, not everything is a success, and that's okay. But you want to listen. Listen to your inner self and express. I mean, find joy in life. Don't take everything so serious. Just enjoy and express. I really do encourage you to come out and do that. So I've had a very good experience, and I had a lot of things that I wanted to share with you through these videos. For your information too, with all the videos, how they end, how I've been doing them, where I put my hand to my mouth and then I put it to my heart and to you, is that represents, may I speak my heart to you, my truth to you, to be open. And I say, I wish you love, serenity, and grace, Namarie. And Namarie is an Elvish word from J.R. Tolkien. For all of you out there, some of you may know, I absolutely love the Tolkien elves. I love their grace and their wisdom and their goodness, and they're just very inspiring to me. So I use the term Namarie, the Elvish word, which means to be well, and that I speak my heart to you as well. So just a little information on some of these videos for you. I have shared with you how to live by the sun cycles of the season and the moon, to communicate with plants and animals and stones, how to live sustainably, as much in tune with nature as I know how to be. And I wanted to share some of those things with you, and also as well how to live more mindfully and authentically. Anything that I felt might be, helpful for you or beneficial for you, and also in expressing myself and sharing with you. And it's been a wonderful experience, and I feel that I have learned a lot as well. And I am so grateful to you. But I am actually going to take a break from YouTube. I don't have any other social media. I have deleted my Facebook actually a couple years ago, and my Tumblr, and I stopped using Instagram. It's gonna be, I think I stopped using Instagram in October of last year, and it is almost July while I'm filming this, and I don't miss it. I've just been exclusively just using YouTube for social media as a platform, and I'm very grateful for it as well. But I feel, for me, Spirit is calling me to take a break. We all have an inner well within us. And when I spoke of listening to Spirit, listening to your intuition, being in tune with that is very important. And knowing when you need to step back and to refill your well, I encourage you to do that. If that's what you need to do, make sure to listen to your spirit. So I'm not sure if or when I will be returning, but I send so much love, serenity, and grace to you. Namarie.